You looked in the mirror this morning, and your hair looked flat, limp, just thin. And no matter what you do, the products, the blow dryer, the teasing, something still isn't working. Here's what nobody tells you. Fine thinning hair after 60 doesn't need more product. It needs the right cut. The wrong shape is quietly stealing volume, stealing structure, stealing the fullness your hair could actually have. And most women have been working against themselves for years without knowing it. In part 3, I'm going to show you the one cut that stylists quietly recommend above everything else for fine hair over 60, and it's not the one most women ask for. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and the best fixes for women over 50, so you get real results, fast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1. The textured pixie cut. You've probably been told to go short. That short is better for fine hair. That once the hair starts thinning, the pixie is the answer. And here's the thing, sometimes it absolutely is. But there's a version of the pixie that works beautifully for fine, thinning hair over 60, and there's a version that makes it worse. Most women don't know which one they're getting until they're sitting in the chair looking at the result. This is the one a friend of mine heard from her stylist, and immediately called me about. Because she'd been going shorter and shorter every visit, thinking shorter meant fuller, and her hair was looking flatter every single time. Smaller somehow. Less like a style. More like an afterthought. The blunt, flat-sided pixie. The one where the hair is cut uniform and tight all the way around with nothing happening on top. That cut is doing the wrong thing for fine hair. It exposes the scalp at the crown. It strips out any height. It presses what little volume you have flat against the head. And it adds years. Not 1 or 2, at least 5 if not more, because flat hair reads as defeated. And your face doesn't deserve that. The version that actually works? It's a textured pixie. Layers cut into the top section specifically. Not the sides, not too short at the back, but on top, where the hair can lift slightly and catch the light. Your stylist should be point cutting or razor cutting the ends to break up that solid line and give each strand movement. The difference between a flat pixie and a textured pixie on fine hair is the difference between hair that lies there and hair that actually lives. Write this one down. Ask for a textured pixie with weight removed from the top section and soft layering at the crown. Tell your stylist you want movement, not a uniform cut. Those exact words. They matter. For maintenance, come back every 5 to 6 weeks, not longer. Fine hair loses its shape faster than thick hair does, and a textured cut that grows out without a trim starts to look heavy again. The upkeep is part of why this style works. The next mistake is the one I see most often, and the most expensive one to fix if you leave it too long. That's next. Part 2. The layered bob for fine thinning hair. Have you ever looked at your hair from the side, not the front, the side, and realized the shape had completely disappeared? That's what happens when a bob designed for thicker hair gets cut on fine, thinning strands. The weight pulls everything down. The shape falls out within 2 weeks. And instead of the clean, polished look you went in for, you're left with something that looks like it's just waiting to be cut again. Here's what most women don't realize when they ask for a bob. A one-length bob is built for thick hair. That blunt bottom edge, the solid horizontal line, it creates beautiful weight if you have the density to support it. On fine hair, it does the opposite. The blunt line becomes visible and obvious because there isn't enough hair to fill it out. The result is a cut that exposes how fine the hair actually is instead of disguising it. And that's aging in the cruelest, quietest way. The layered bob changes everything. I'm talking about interior layers, not surface layers, not choppy layers that reduce the length, but internal weight removal that leaves the outer silhouette intact. The bottom line stays. The shape holds, but the hair inside is freed up, and it moves. On fine hair, movement is volume. The more the individual strands can shift and separate, the more the hair fills the space around it. Yes, that's simple. There's a reason this cut gets requested more in salons than almost anything else for women over 60. And it's not the reason most people think. It's not just about volume, it's about the face frame. A layered bob cut at the right length, just below the jaw, or brushing the collarbone, creates a soft frame around your jawline and cheekbone that lifts the whole face. If you're still reaching for a bob that sits at the chin or above, Swap it for one that lands just past the jaw or grazes the collarbone. The extra half-inch to full inch of length shifts the framing entirely. Your bone structure suddenly reads differently. Your cheekbone catches the light. Your jaw looks defined rather than pulled down. Ask for this by name, an interior layered bob with the bottom line kept intact. If your stylist wants to add face framing pieces around the front, let them, but make sure those pieces aren't cut so short they create flyaways. On fine hair, face framing works best when the shortest piece still touches the cheekbone. One quick maintenance tip. Use a lightweight volumizing mousse on damp hair before you blow dry. Work it through from midshaft to ends only, not the roots. It gives the layers something to hold without weighing them down. Coming up next, the one swap that takes 30 seconds and changes how your entire hair reads in photographs. Part 3. The feathered soft shag. Most women think the shag is for younger hair. Heavy, edgy, too much. And then they see it on someone their own age. A woman with fine, thinning silver hair barely there at the temples, and they stop. Because somehow it looks incredible. The feathered soft shag is the cut that stylists quietly recommend above everything else for fine hair over 60. And it's the one most women never think to ask for. I watched a woman in a salon chair last week, stunning bone structure, perfect posture, and she kept asking her stylist to just keep the length. She'd been growing it out for months. She was protecting it. What she didn't know was that the weight of that uncut length was dragging every strand straight down and making the thinning at her crown completely visible. She was holding on to length that was working against her. The soft shag solves this in a way that no other cut does. Here's why. It distributes the weight of the hair across multiple levels. Instead of all the hair falling into one heavy curtain, it sits in graduated sections, shorter at the crown creating natural lift, slightly longer at the midsection, and the longest pieces framing the face. Your hair fills more vertical space. Thinning areas at the crown get covered by the upper layers. And the whole style has a softness and a lived-in quality that makes fine hair look intentional rather than sparse. This one is everything. The version that works best on fine hair is a feathered shag. Not a heavy shag, not a shag with blunt bangs unless you want them, but one where every section is point cut and feathered at the ends so the hair has movement and air. Ask your stylist to keep the layers long enough that the shortest pieces at the crown are still at least 3 to 4 inches. Any shorter, and the top becomes too sparse looking on fine hair. There's something about the way a soft shag frames a woman's eyes that nothing else quite does. It draws the gaze up. It adds height. And it gives silver and white hair the texture it needs to look full and alive instead of just thin. Swap a flat, one-level grow out for a feathered soft shag cut to mid-neck or collarbone length. Even if you've been trying to grow it, the length you lose in the cut, you'll gain back in volume and shape. And for the face frame, ask for wispy pieces that start at the cheekbone. Not a blunt curtain fringe, just soft, feathered wisps that break the line and catch the light around your beautiful eyes. Once a week, use a scalp-stimulating serum or a lightweight volumizing spray directly at the roots before styling. On fine hair, root lift is everything, and a soft shag makes the most of any lift you can create at the base. What I'm covering in the next part. Most women find it even harder to hear, but it's the one that matters most. Part 4. The styling mistakes that cancel out your cut. Here's something nobody in this space talks about. You can get the perfect cut, the textured pixie, the layered bob, the feathered shag, and still walk out looking like your hair is flat and thin, because the cut is only half of it. How you style it is the other half. And most women are making at least 2 styling mistakes that cancel out everything their cut was built to do. The first one? Blow drying straight down. It sounds obvious when you say it out loud, but this is the single most common mistake I see on fine hair over 60, and it's adding years to how your hair reads. Not 1 or 2, but a visible, immediate difference every single morning. When you aim the dryer downward, you press the cuticle flat, you eliminate any natural lift at the root, and you guarantee that the finished result looks thinner than it actually is. The air goes where the nozzle points. Point it down. The hair follows it down. Flip the script, literally. On fine hair, the most effective blow-dry technique is drying with the head tilted forward, nozzle aimed upward toward the root. That upward airflow lifts the hair at the base. It separates individual strands. And when you come back up, The roots have memory. They hold the lift instead of falling flat the moment you stop styling. The second mistake is using the wrong finishing product, or too much of it. Heavy serums, rich oils, thick creams, they are not for fine hair. On fine hair, they coat the strand, weigh it down, and stick individual hairs together into clumps. The clumps create visible gaps. The gaps make the scalp show. And the harder you work to fix it, the more product goes in, and the worse it gets. There's a reason this mistake is the hardest one to fix in the moment, because the product is already on the hair. You can't take it out without washing. So the answer is prevention, not rescue. Swap your heavy serum or cream for a lightweight volumizing mousse or a fine mist spray designed specifically for fine or thinning hair. Apply it to damp hair, not dry. Work it from mid-shaft to ends, never at the root, and blow dry immediately. The difference in finish is not subtle. Your hair will move. It'll separate. It'll catch light the way fine silver hair is supposed to. It'll look like more of it. One more thing, and this is the one I wish someone had told me years ago. Heat styling at too high a temperature is quietly breaking fine hair at the shaft. Fine hair has a thinner cortex than thick hair, which means it reaches heat damage faster and at lower temperatures. If you're using your straightener or curling iron above 300 degrees Fahrenheit, you are snapping strands before they have a chance to grow. Drop the temperature. Fine hairstyles beautifully at 250 to 280 degrees. You'll lose nothing on the finish and gain back weeks of breakage. Image, after. A woman aged 60 to 70 with fine silver white hair styled with beautiful natural volume and movement. Strands softly separated and catching warm light. No product heaviness. Hair looking full alive and genuinely textured. Warm, confident, radiant smile. Eyes bright and alive. Naturally beautiful with elegant striking features. Wearing a chic turtleneck sweater with fabric covering the full neck. Soft warm salon interior background. Photorealistic, warm flattering light. No text, no watermarks, no logos. Aspect ratio 16:9. Come back every 5 weeks for a light dusting of the ends. Even if you're growing the style out. Fine hair split ends fast, and split ends travel up the shaft quickly on fine strands. A trim keeps the shape clean and the ends from creating the thin, wispy look that aging hair is so often unfairly known for. There's one thing about what comes next. The accessory choices that pair with all three of these cuts that nobody in this space talks about. That's next. Come back every 5 weeks for a light dusting of the ends. Even if you're growing the style out. Fine hair split ends fast, and split ends travel up the shaft quickly on fine strands. A trim keeps the shape clean and the ends from creating the thin, wispy look that aging hair is so often unfairly known for. There's one thing about what comes next. The accessory choices that pair with all three of these cuts that nobody in this space talks about. That's next. You just learned 3 specific cuts designed for exactly the hair you have right now. Fine, thinning, beautiful, and full of potential you haven't been shown how to use yet. You know which Pixie actually adds volume instead of removing it. You know why the bob most women ask for is working against them. You know what a feathered soft shag can do for silver hair. And you know the 2 styling habits to drop immediately. Wear this knowledge with the confidence it was always meant to carry. Tell me in the comments, which of these 3 cuts are you most drawn to? Or have you already tried one of them? I'd love to know. Next time, we're going into the one earring mistake that adds 10 years to your face. And it's one almost every woman over 60 is making without realizing it. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Beauty, and I'll see you in the next one.